So we finally got the first official look at the 2K26 myplayer builder, and they made some actual changes that are good. A lot of it is just marketing fluff bullshit, but that's what you come to expect with 2K at this point. Some of it is good though. So I'm going to break down everything that's actually important that was from the stream this morning. Anything from animations, badges, perks, all of that. So let's just get right into it. So I want to start here with the builder layout itself. I actually think it looks way cleaner. They're actually giving you real-time feedback as you're changing stuff in the builder now. So like if you change your height or tweak your wingspan, you can actually see how that affects your badges and animations at the bottom. Real time, right away, that's actually great. There's no more of this blind guessing bullshit or just copying random TikTok builds, hoping that they're good. You actually can take full control of that while you're in the builder. That's just so much better. For those of you who are curious, you can also see what it looks like when you make a build. The archetype that I randomly found was a two-way three-point slasher. You can see the badges. It actually grades your attributes now, which I think is kind of interesting. It's kind of useless at the same time. Like if you're not stupid, you understand what your build is good at because you made the fucking thing. But I guess that's kind of cool. The same thing with the strengths and weaknesses. Like, again, I made this. Do you think I don't understand what the weaknesses are of the build that I quite literally just created? Like, that's kind of stupid. But at the same time, it is kind of cool, and that's a cool archetype name. So there's that. Now, I'm sure those of you who are paying close attention already probably noticed there are actually no new badges for 2K26. Every single badge is returning from 2K25. That there's no old ones that are getting removed either. Every single one of them is recycled. Like, is that not insane to anyone else? Like, the badge system was fine on 25. The builder was also fine. The issue was the gameplay for me. But, like, you couldn't at least think of one new badge, bro? Like, Jesus Christ, you had a year to make this game. And also, when you're in the builder, you can search for specific animations to see the requirements. I'm not going through the effort of finding some random clip on Twitter that's like 2 seconds long. You guys know what a search bar is, so you can search for the animations, which is fine, but, like, why was that not already in the game? Like, that's been needed for so long. Now, something that I think is actually really cool that they introduced is called build specialization. And basically, I'll just use shooting as an example, right? You need a 60 mid-range and a 60 three-point shot. And if you have that, you can do this very specific quest line where you unlock a bunch of different stuff. So let's say you're in there, right? You can see some of the goals. If you make 500 mid-range shots or 500 three-pointers, you get a shooting cap breaker. Or if you hit goal 7, you get a badge max +1 for your shooting, or you get a unique shooting archetype name. And you actually get both of them. I don't know why the fuck I said or. You get both, right? And the way that you do that is by winning 100 games with 5 or more jump shots made in each of the wins. So all of these quest lines actually look really cool and they have good rewards. Now, the main thing about it, like you can see on the screen, is you can only choose one category per build. So you can only do like shooting or playmaking or defense. You can't do all of them because obviously that would be way too overpowered. But I still think this is actually a really cool addition. Like, I can't even hate on this. Now, something else I actually thought was pretty crazy was the changes that they've made for cap breakers. So if you look at this build, I'm just using as an example here. If you do one cap breaker to your driving dunk at 25, it gives you +14 and then +12 and +10 and +8 and +7, depending on how high up you go with your cap breakers. The same way with standing dunk or any real attribute that you have really low. So 25 +15 for your standing dunk would give you 40. That's actually a huge deal because you can get good standing dunk animations with that if you use one cap breaker. I actually really like this change. It's the same way to free throws or whatever other attribute you have really low. The cap breakers will make a much bigger difference. I actually really like this change. I'm not going to lie. Now, they also completely changed how Rebirth works, and I actually really like this. So once you hit 90 overall on your first save, you start your new build. Going to 90 overall, you get all your silver badges once you're upgraded. That's pretty much the same, right? But then once you make another save and you have all your gold badges and it's upgraded at 95, once you make a new one, all of your badges will then be gold. And then if you do that again with Hall of Fame badges, all of your badges will be Hall of Fame when you make another new build. And then once you hit Legend, every time you make a new build and max it out, your badges will automatically go to Legend. You don't have to grind badges at all. That's actually a really good change. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. That is cool. I hate grinding badges. I just can't force myself to do it. It really fucking sucks. So I'm glad there's a new system around that. So here's the first look also at the body type potentials that you can preview in the builder now. This is pretty cool. You can kind of swipe between them, but obviously this gives us a lot more information in this screenshot. I saw so many people freaking the fuck out on Twitter being like, oh my God, this build gets 99 close shot, 99 layup, 94 dunk, 96 mid-range, 94 3, 99 pass act. Bro, like, look how overpowered this is, 99 perimeter, 97 speed. It really made me realize how much people cannot fucking read. Read the top of the screen. It says max attribute potential. It's showing you the highest that the attributes can possibly go when you max them. That's not actually what it's going to be like when you make the build. It's the same way with the badges, bro. Like, there's so many people who just saw this and lost their fucking minds. Like, read, brother. The attributes that you can actually upgrade are on the other page, and they didn't show us that yet. So everybody just calm the fuck down. That's not what builds are going to be looking like, bro. Now, here is the craziest part of all of the information that they put out today. And this isn't even about the builder. They revealed that you can get max plus 2s on a badge elevator, not just max plus 1s. That's fucking crazy. So, like, think about the ramifications of this just for 2 seconds. Let's say you make like a Wemby build, right? And you can get like gold unpluckable on that. Or you make like a shooting build, like a shooting 7'3" center that can get gold limitless. Now, with max plus 2s, you can have a 7'3" center with fucking legend limitless range pulling up like Steph Curry, bro. Or like on a Wemby build, you can get legend unpluckable if you can get that shit to gold. That's insane. And also, while we're on the topic of Wemby builds, 7-4 builds are also in this game, which is pretty crazy. We're going to have to see how well they balance that. I would imagine they're going to be pretty dog shit, as big men that tall have been terrible for years now, but 7-4 builds are in this game, so that is pretty cool. And keep in mind, by the way, I forgot to say this, you get 3 of those max plus 2s. When I was talking about those, I was theorizing about only having 1 of them. Imagine having 3 of those sons of bitches. Like, I'm already seeing like a 2K21 or a 2K23 type of game where 6'9" or 6'8" builds just go insane because of all the shit you can do with these cap breakers and the max badges, like the plus 2s and the plus 1s. I wasn't even talking about the plus 1s. You also get those, and you get this shit called clutch gene, where in like near the end of a game during clutch moments, it'll max a badge higher. That's fucking crazy. Like, all of that stacking together with cap breakers, this game is going to be crazy. And I'm not even trying to gas it up too much, but that just looks ridiculous. Like, let's stop for 2 seconds and really think about how much something like this could break the game. With the way that cap breakers work, an inside center could be fucking lethal and might even be able to shoot, because think about it. On a pure inside center, you're going to have elite passing, you're going to have elite rebounding, interior defense, and block, and you're also going to want to have good finishing, right? But with how cap breakers work, like, to go from a 25 to a 53-pointer with the max plus 1s and 2s, you might be able to shoot with a pure green window and no RNG if it's kind of similar to 2K20. That could be fucking insane. If you leave a pure inside open, they would be able to shoot with all of the other shit that they have. And that's just one example of a build. There's so many other crazy things you can probably make. This game is going to be insane with broken-ass demigod builds unless there are pretty heavy restrictions on the builder, especially with being able to create your own layup packages and all this new shit that's coming in. That's crazy. But anyway, back to the news here. So we're not done. There's also going to be fully customizable takeovers. Now, keep in mind, they're saying that this is the quote-unquote final reward, so it's probably going to be one of the legend unlocks or somewhere really high up there. But you can see you can fully customize the attributes and the shit that goes into your takeover. That's pretty fucking crazy, and that's honestly a cool feature. They also went further in depth with the takeovers. It's basically the same as 2K25 with a few key differences. The first thing is takeover tokens. You can basically use those to unlock new abilities and all the other shit. You also have the takeover accelerators in there to speed up how quickly you fill up the meter. And obviously the final reward is the custom takeover. So that honestly looks pretty cool. Like, normally I'm here to shit on this game because I'm being honest, but at the same time, I want to be fair the other way. The shit that they're showing us is pretty cool. Now, another thing I want to talk about here is 2K being weird and fucking cryptic here. They said in this article that cap breakers can be earned from build specialization quest lines, season rewards, rep rewards, and some other ways that we can't talk about just yet. Okay? That's already a lot of ways to get cap breakers. So how many fucking ways are there going to be? Like, that's the 4th way that they're teasing here. How many cap breakers are going to be in this damn game? Like, this builder's already broken enough. We don't need this many cap breakers, bro. Let's calm down here a little bit. But finally, we are through all of the main news here, so I just want to give my general take on this. It's not the craziest shit ever. I think a lot of people are losing their minds a little bit too much. There's a lot of good quality of life shit, like being able to search for animations and actually see that in the damn builder when you're making builds and choosing body types. It's a lot of quality shit. Like, it's quality of life. It is cool. But a lot of people are losing their minds like a little bit too much. Like, we really haven't seen shit. We haven't even seen the real builder. Like, we've seen some stuff, but we haven't even really seen the real thing. It does look cool. My main problem is 25 was also great in this regard with cap breakers and max plus 1s and all of this shit. The issue was the gameplay was ass. And I think that's the main thing that really matters going forward with this game. I'm not trusting anything or getting excited until I see real gameplay from a real YouTuber or content creator that I trust. You should be the same way, because they can talk this up as much as they want, just like they did with 25. If the gameplay is shit, the gameplay is shit, people. That's really what it comes down to. But yeah, this video is already getting long enough. I don't want to drag this shit out. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you. For real, it means a lot to me. Shout out to all my members too. You guys supporting me seriously helps keep the channel going and helps me grind out this bullshit content for you guys. But I've been plugging this at the end of every video. Follow me on Twitter. There's a link in the description at @infamoustext if you want to just type it in. You're a lazy fuck like that. Cool. And yeah, on that note, I'm out of here, people, until 2K drops more news. That's the builder. I'm out of here. Peace.